Hi, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net. And I'm here today for the third weekly, which is water, which includes Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for January 12th to the 18th. And I'm just going to jump in. The first card to pull is see the signs. And let's find out what that means. I think it means pay attention to what's happening around you and things like that, events. So the first card is Six of Wands. It's a horse and rider. Horse and rider that's in the winner's circle. They're happy with life. They're very pleased with themselves. And that's important, I think, being happy and pleased with oneself for the next week. If today is anything to go by for the energy after the eclipse, you want to cultivate being delighted or pleased with yourself, because it's going to pull up the moon, which is a subconscious. It's going to pull up the that part of you which is hidden or secret, and sometimes it can be very uncomfortable or very painful, but it's when it comes up, it gives you self-knowledge, it gives you wisdom. And that's the thing that people don't realize when they go through all these aches and pains, that we were ending up being smarter than we were before. And literally your IQ will go up, because the less energy guards you have around, the less likely it is that you will spend time having to guard yourself, and literally your IQ will go up. What's behind is the Three of Swords, and that's a bit, things have been a little bit unbalanced, not going the way they should be, which is normal when you're going through energy shift after energy shift after energy shift. But it's not something that can't be handled. It's something that you can handle, no problem. It's also learning to be not in control, but comfortable with who you are. And the card that's just below us is the Sword, Princess of Swords. And again, that has something to do with the subconscious. The subconscious princess likes to, she says, okay, now, this is what you're going to do now, and you're going to do it now. She's not very forgiving. When she decides it's time, you're going to learn something or bring up your subconscious, you're going to bring up your subconscious. What will happen with that is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, you will begin to remember new things about yourself. You will begin to it's old energy or old knowledge that's new to you in this lifetime will start coming up, and you will find that you learn things easily and rapidly, because it's actually a memory rather than a new knowledge. But how you use it will be new. The knowledge is not new. And the Hangman, so part of this week is going to be hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait, because there's things happening not just with you, but with other people around you that is going to help you get to the goal you want. Other people have to be ready as well. And definitely this is going to be a week of learning. More likely it's going to be a week of unlearning. And it's going to be a week of remembering, because this is the third card I've got so far in this deck for which means change. This is a change you're creating, but you're just going to go from one moment, you're going to go, yeah, fine, and then, nope, I'm going to do that. And it's not a thought out change. Luckily, you have support in this change. And because it comes from the subconscious, it's probably a good change. And the next card is the Justice card. And the Justice card is, again, cutting away that which no longer is necessary. The third eye is opening, or the crown chakra is opening, and you're getting more direct information from your guides. You will need people like me way less, unless you want verification. It will also be a week of frustration. You get stuck in a circle going round and round and not knowing how to get out. But know that you have a great deal of support from both your guides and people here on Earth, physical Earth, guides, angels, whatever. So that's why it says see the signs, okay? You want to pay attention to what is being told around you. Maybe you're seeing 1111, or somebody drops something in front of you and it's the perfect pink stone. Pay attention to the signs and which direction they're pointing you. Okay, that's very important, because this is going to be obviously a good week, but not necessarily an easy week. And they are never easy lately. But it's very important this week to remember we are all connected. So what you're doing now, you're helping somebody else later, and it will help you later to adjust to things more rapidly. Okay, and that's only 7 minutes. That's pretty good. So my spiel is, just remember, we take everybody consecutively. Please don't spam. If you do super chat, put it in with the question, with the donation. Also, I'm going to try something different with the weeklies. I'm going to start Thursday, do one Thursday, do one Friday, do one Saturday, do one Sunday. And I apologize for being so late, but we had a major disaster.
Well,
it's not really a major disaster. My dryer quit again.
It just made our day extra long.
Yeah, so I went in to see about getting it fixed first, because, well, there's three female adults in this house. We use it a lot. And so, yeah, disaster. It was, by Monday, Tuesday, we'll have it back again. It's not a major disaster. In the meantime, we just wash small loads so they can be dried easily, hanging around. What else? I do reserve the right to answer the questions that I'm comfortable with. And with that, I think I'm done. What's going?
All right. Miriam M says hi.
Hi, Miriam.
For Life sends hey. Lori Dotson says sending love and light to you and yours. J. Jane says hello, ladies. Love Life says hi, Elisha and Elle. Miracle 33 says hello, everyone.
Hey.
Every time I say Miracle 33, I think of Miracle on 33rd Street.
Me too.
Moon Feathers asks, hi, ladies. I hope you are having a good day. Xavier,
actually, it's not horrible.
Xavier wrote me a card with my grandma on it saying she wanted him to give it to me. I was wondering if she has something to say, please and thank you.
Will you say that?
Xavier wrote me a card with my grandma on it. Maybe a picture of her grandma, saying she wanted him to give it to me. I was wondering if she has anything to say.
Okay, your grandmother. So, this week coming up on the 16th, Erin is going to do a Connect with Erin, and she is a really powerful medium, and I recommend that you actually come on the 16th on Wisdom Seekers Facebook. I think it will be around 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and ask her. You can ask her the same question, but I will see what I can get. And she really is she is excellent. She says the first thing she said was, "I love you." Second thing was, "Don't be afraid of your power." And third thing was, "You're there. We're here. We're supporting you." There's and it's the power, your own power, that she asks you not to be afraid of. You have a very powerful ability, and from what I'm reading this week, people with water signs are going to get to deal with that power. So she's very serious, not about the part of saying "I love you." And as a general rule, the guides don't come in too serious, but she's very serious. Do not be afraid of your power, and the fact is, you do have support. You have a great deal of support, and that is the pertinent information. Okay.
Lori Dotson says, "Yeah, you ladies are so wonderful. So is everyone here."
It is kind of cool, isn't it?
Positive for Life asks, "Can Spirit tell me some information about this good job I will find this month from LinkedIn? I recently added a profile on there for network connections. Thank you."
From LinkedIn.
It's Facebook.
No, I know what it is. I'm just not I'm not necessarily getting it will be directly related to LinkedIn, but I could be wrong. Basically, what they're saying, it's one that will suit you a great deal, and the people you will be working with, they fit with your energy, they fit with your way of thinking, and you will feel very much at home when you're offered the job, and when you accept the job. Of course, you feel like you just came home, and it will suit. Most importantly, though, is that the energy suits you, and you are happy. I can't tell you anything more than that. But you come across as being happy, and the happy is the most important thing, I believe, in this situation. Okay.
You ready for the next one? Star 555 says, "Hey, Love Life asks, what does Callum think after he looked at my social media accounts? Think of me."
Callum? He thinks you're a very interesting interesting lady. And he actually appears to think that you might be somebody that he'd like to get to know a little better. And beyond that, it's a wait and see. Okay?
Chandra Walker asks, "Happy news. Maybe you can ask the guides how to use the rainbow candle I was given.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'm trying to learn more about candle magic. My focus is my business is to help grow my business, please and thank you."
Well, this year seems to have a great deal of focus on abundance. I would recommend a book called Cosmic Ordering Made Easier by Ellen Watt, and I've recommended it a few times already. It's a Kindle book. It's not very expensive. With I don't know much about I don't do much ceremony, but I do think it's what feels best for you. What makes you feel that you're doing the right thing, I think, is what you will find is the best answer. Again, I in my group, there's Elizabeth Myers, and she can tell you far more about magic than I can. She actually works with magic. I like I say, I'm not very good at things like that. I just go and try and create within the energies. Okay. So if you want more information, she has a group called Dreams and Visions, and she will she can give you much more help with that sort of energy than I can. I do believe you doing it with pure intent has a great deal of importance. I also know that you want to make sure your workspace is already clear energetically, so that means you clean at least the room assiduously, and that includes cleaning the energy as well. So I know Elizabeth uses a lot of sage in her clearing. Lavender, she washes floors with lavender a great deal. I think cedar also would work very well for cleaning out things. But so you wash everything beforehand. That would probably include the clothes you're wearing and yourself. But intention is a huge part of it. Okay.
Star 55 asks, who's coming towards me in love? Thank you.
I can give you an energy read. I can't tell you who. Let's see. So what the guide said is tall, dark, and handsome. And but they didn't say much about personality. I think they were pulling my leg just a bit. I do think you want to go into any relationship with somebody who's too tall, dark, and handsome, with a caveat. You don't want to fall in love. You don't want to. What's the word? You don't want to give your heart away too fast, because I feel it may be a lesson. Because there's no wow, he's got a great personality, he's got a great smile. It was tall, dark, and handsome. Usually, I would be very careful about that. Okay.
Miriam asks, any spiritual messages from my guides?
So what they said, what your guide said, was what you've been waiting for a long time is just about to arrive. And they didn't say what it was, but they did seem to suggest that it is something you've been wanting and looking for and praying for a long time. Hang on. Children.
Emily Aquine wants to know, how does Libra feel about the message I sent him?
I like zebra, actually.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I'm half listening to what's happening.
Oh, my sister is at our nearest grocery store and asked, I speak real good today, asked if we wanted some stuffs.
Groceries.
Yes.
He's not making any, he's looking at it, he's thinking about it. He's not reacting until he has thought about it. He's being very logical about this. He's just not going to react until he's had time to figure out what he actually feels or wants from that. So I think that's actually a positive. So, like I said, he's not reacting to it at all, and he's just, it's all I can see him. You know, the thinker. There's a very famous statue of the thinker.
I'm thinking.
Got nothing. No, I'm sorry, I can't help myself. But he's thinking, he's balancing it out in Libra, right? He's going to create a balance within himself before he reacts. It's not negative. It's not positive, his reaction. It's just he is waiting to see. He's just going to wait and see what his energy comes out, what the energy comes out for him. And that's it. There's no other way he's going to react until he's ready. But like I said, it's not positive, it's not negative. It is simply this is how he's chosen to react to it. Okay?
SJ says hello, Elisha and L. Mellow Yellow says, yes, of course, water signs. And hi, Elisha and L.
Hi.
Lori Dotson says, being a Cancer moon, the moon in Cancer is trying to make me grow. I'm also Capricorn and Scorpio rising. This reading really hit home tonight. Thank you. I really appreciate you. It was a wolf moon yesterday.
Yes, it was. I woke up we had the eclipse too, right? So I woke up this morning, I stand up and my head goes, zzz, zzz, and I talked to my friend Elizabeth and I says, when's that eclipse anyhow? She says, it was last night. I'm going, okay, that explains it. And yeah, it explained it. So anyhow, what's the next one?
Melissa Hall says, I keep seeing 1111 all the time.
Yeah, me too. I think if I remember correctly, that means You're on track. Things are going well for you. So just enjoy it. I don't know, and you can Google it too, the meaning of it.
Lori Dawson asks if she could have some cards, please.
Sure.
After Mom's done this
twist. Okay. Okay. So the first card is the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is new energy coming in, creating new viable life, energetic life in a very positive way, pushing back the dark, creating harmony and new growth. In your life, your physical life, you're going to have to do some protection. You're going to have to deal with the man probably. And I suspect you have to deal with a man every working day anyhow. The result will be the Three of Pentacles, where you will come out on top, and you will be the one who receives accolades for the work that you are doing, and justly so. So don't look at anything as oh my God, how am I supposed to deal with that? Because you're going to deal fine with it. Okay? And everything is going to come out for your favor. Oh, and I think it's going to be fine. Whatever you're dealing with, it's going to be fine, because the energy is just showing you how much more you have than you had before. If that makes sense, I think it does. It's just showing you that what you had before, you have more, but stronger. Okay.
Lily Guild asks, hey, will the guy that turned my friend Faith against me try and turn Hendrix against me too?
Yeah, I think you asked this question already. And I said, I think what I said was, yeah, he'd probably try, but Hendrix isn't necessarily going to listen. And Hendrix isn't the kind of person to listen and not think for himself. So I think regardless of what he does, and honestly, if somebody was turned against you that easily, you have to have questions about what they were, who they were to begin with. So I wouldn't take it as anything personal about it. I would just yep, that's life. And thank God I know who my real friends are. But I don't see Hendrix paying the slightest bit of attention, and actually thinking the guy's a bit of a dimwit for trying that stupid kind of behavior.
Yeah. And I could be getting this wrong, but I do also feel that Hendrix isn't the type of person that would try to get both sides of a story before siding with one person or the other. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't. I just don't see him.
No,
I see him going, what the? Why would you think I'd be interested in that stuff?
And trust that he
knows
you well enough to not believe everything he hears.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
And the fact that your friend was swayed means she was never your friend.
No.
And it's better that you know than having to deal with somebody. Well, there's that old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But other than that, why bother? Why worry? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It really is not. She really is not.
They're not worth your time if they don't get to know you well enough to realize what is true and what is not.
Yeah.
Or to turn their backs on you so easily over
somebody else's comment.
Yeah. Without knowing the full situation. Anyhow, Lori Dotson says, hi vibes.
Yep, very high vibes, Lori.
Erin Lou says, good evening, Eliz-sha and Elle.
Hi, Erin.
Mellow Yellow asks, any messages from the other side? Every time people say the other side, I think of the Princess and the Frog movie that came out a few years ago. Based down in Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the villain is a voodoo practitioner, and he turned a prince from, I want to say somewhere in Africa, I could be wrong, into a frog, and he was supposed to kiss the crowned princess of Mardi Gras, but he fell in love with a, anyway. I'm going off track. One of his songs is you don't blame me, but for making your wish come true and having things go wrong, but you can blame my friends on the other side because it's all they're doing or something. It's a Disney movie. Anyhow. Okay,
so whom am I supposed to do this for now?
Sorry. Mellow Yellow.
Oh, great. Sorry about that.
I got on a tangent. That's one of those days.
Yeah. So your father's, your mom's there too, of course, but your father's sitting there looking down, and he's in a chair, and he's looking down on your house and things like that, and he's going like this. He says, and it's not like he's wholeheartedly upset or anything, but he's saying that something's happening that he's not 100% happy with when it comes to what's something that's happening around the house, with the people there. I think it might have to do with your daughter. Keep an eye open on what your daughter may be trying to do, because I think your daughter, she's not as smart as she thinks she is. She's not actually as smart as you are. And but she thinks she's really, really sharp. So just pay attention to what your daughter is doing, because she tries. She likes money, and she doesn't think of the consequences of her actions. So just be aware that something may or may not be happening. It feels like your daughter, more so than the others, than anyone else, but she might have incorporated somebody to help her. And being your daughter, she hasn't got the follow through, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But just be aware that there's something going on there. There's something going on there that you can sidestep easily. It might be she's tried to get your sister involved. And like I said, it's not going to go anywhere, but be aware of it.
Positive for Life says, LOL, I understand how it is about the dryers. Incognito asks, hello, I am wondering if Jacqueline comes through today.
Jacqueline. She was somewhere else and she heard her name and she comes running up and she says, I'm here. So yes, Jacqueline is coming through. And it's very funny because there's no way she's out of breath, but she's pretending to be out of breath. And she says she kind of indicates that would stir a memory for you, and it's more of a memory that she's offering you today than any advice or anything. She does want you to know, and that she's very content. Things on her side of the fence, so to speak, are getting much better, and she's quite happy with how her life is working out on that side of the on that side. She wants you to be to move on. Not move on, that's not the right word. She doesn't want you to forget anything or anything like that, but she wants you to move forward and be. What's that song where it goes, be happy?
Oh, Bob Marley. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, be happy. And that's basically what she's telling you. And she's got this big grin on her face. And she just says, I'm so busy. I've just got so much going on. And she's very content with life, her life now. And she's helping. She says, I'm helping people. And she shows me little people, like 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds. She's helping little people. And she's enjoying it very much. So don't worry, be happy. Okay?
Lori Dotson says, my birthday is on the 14th.
Oh, Capricorn, just like Dale. Mm-hmm. We just finished her birthday. Mm-hmm. And I still haven't got her birthday gift. Went looking. But she's very hard to buy for. Happy birthday, Lori.
Yep. Lily Guild says, I have a little Cancer in my chart. I'm mostly Aquarius. In fact, I think I have only one planet in water, which is in Cancer.
That's pretty good. When she says I have a little Cancer, though, that's not where my mind went. So I'm glad you have it's in your chart.
Moonfeather says, thank you so much. Lori Dotson wants to know what you are making for her.
I can't remember what kind of stone this is.
Is it that's purple sandstone?
No, it's black stone, and it's
obsidian?
It could be obsidian, and it's potato. It's a potato style, and it's actually super easy to make.
So our dogs are gonna get loud because my sister's on her way home.
Yeah, they came running down. You can tell. We can tell, and it's actually quite beautiful. I like to have my hands busy when I'm doing this. So otherwise I just sit and fiddle all the time. And so this is what I made, and it's a really pretty bracelet. I'm not there, and it's not it looks like it could be uncomfortable, but it's not.
Love Life says, haha, thank you. Positive for Life asks or says, okay, I will search for other websites for jobs too, since you mentioned that. Yes, being happy and passionate about it is important. Thank you.
It is, and I think you're going to enjoy this job.
Mimi asks, does Dario live with a girl? Or have one around him?
He might live with a girl, but I don't think he is with a girl. If that makes sense. I feel like I got a yes, no, but I don't feel that there's a
romantic relationship.
A romantic relationship. So I take it for what it's worth. I know that when I was younger, I had a few roommates that were men, and I found it was easier living with the opposite sex, but I never had. I was not with them romantically, so works quite nicely actually.
Lily Guild says Hendrix is also a Cancer moon, which makes him sensitive, but he's really intuitive. I love him.
Yeah, no, he doesn't seem to me to be the kind to listen to other, as he puts it, other people's garbage.
Chandra Walker says, thank you. Gonna deep clean now. I have been thinking of cleaning and cleansing and a cleansing bath too.
My friend Elizabeth, she does once a month. She will sit. She will clean her house with and mop the floor with lavender and things like that, just to make sure the energy stay positive. I keep telling her to come do my house, but she says, nah, it's 8,000 miles is too far.
Is that why she named her cat Sage? So it stays clean. Sage is everything.
I don't know.
That was a bad joke.
Yes.
But not so bad. She was saging her house one day when her son came in and smelt it and said, it stinks in here. And she goes, oh, that's okay.
No, he said, what is that smell?
Oh.
And she says, I'm burning sage. And he got the most horrified look on his face. But that was a good year ago now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why it popped into my head.
It's funny, but our stories
tell. But that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyhow, J. Jane asks, will this doormat feeling at this new home ever go away? I've been feeling very in the way of everyone while holding onto my integrity by putting up boundaries and stating when they are crossed. Sorry.
And I'm not trying to point fingers, but but this lies with you. It doesn't lie with they don't give a whatever. So I think because you're trying so hard, you're a little bit irritating. And I'm not trying to be rude or mean or anything, but you're trying so very hard instead of allowing yourself to exist there. You're putting a stone down. So allow yourself freedom to smile, freedom to laugh, the freedom to go in and lock the door to your room whenever you choose. Allow yourself that freedom, and don't work so hard at making sure that you are in your place. So when people cross you, yes, you want them to know. And when you're happy, you can also allow that to happen. But allow it. Don't hold it so rigidly. I hope that was clear enough.
Tatiana Bonds asks, what's coming this weekend and the next week for the Jay and I? For Jay and I.
I think it's going to be a relatively comfortable weekend. There's, I think you're going to, I don't see anything huge. I don't see anything negative. I just see, okay, it's working for us the way it is. All right. And good luck with that.
J. James says, I'm a watery mess right now. Scorpio with Cancer, Moon, and Ascendant. Gabby McMaster.
Yeah, I expect with the eclipse, it's been pretty wild ride. I mean, I had a thermos full of coffee spilt all over me today. It wasn't hot. I didn't get burned or anything, and luckily there was just coffee, no milk or sugar. But yeah, I'm going, what the heck? What the heck is going on? And I thought, oh yeah, the eclipse. It's not going to get better for the rest of the week either. So smile, drink plenty of water, and go to bed early.
Gabby McMaster asks, "Hi, how are you both? What do you see is coming this week for me? Love you both."
Well, Wednesday-ish. There seems to be something that makes you sit up and look around and go, oh my God. And it's something you really like. It's a bit of a surprise. I'm not going to go what it is. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to like it. And it is a bit of a surprise. And it's a pleasant surprise because your eyes get big and you look happy. Wednesday-ish. And it's not something you're ever going to guess. So go ahead and try.
Princess Nee asks, hey, Eliz-sha, is GP sick and does he want to talk about this? I'm very worried about him.
I think he is not feeling well. I don't think it's something he at this moment wants to talk about. And it could simply be there's a flu. I don't know where you live, but I do know there's a flu that gets into your system and it takes weeks to get out, and it's irritating, and it just holds your energy down, and you just want to cry. Not me, I haven't had it, but I do know a few people who have it. So it could simply be that that the energy is that powerful. Okay.
Positive for Life says, yes, I'm seeing 111, 1111 like every day too. LOL. Yes, definitely on the right track.
Awesome.
It's funny. I saw this afternoon, Mom and I were out getting parts to see if we could fix our dryer at home. And we can't. And we got into the car, and it was 111 on the first month of the 11th day. So let that blow your mind a little bit.
It was, we kind of looked at each other and laughed.
Yeah.
Al does not pay attention to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But this time it was just too much.
Well, it's funny because it's 111 month, 111 time. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Lori Dotson.
See, I don't have anything to do. I'm fiddling.
What about the stone I asked you to wrap for me? Someone gave me a cute crocheted / knitted stuffed dragon for my birthday, and it came with a stone. And I asked my mother to wrap it. So
it's pink.
It is. It's a very pretty
It
stone.
has a little bit of sparkles in it.
Yeah, and if you have any idea what kind of stone that is,
feel
free to let us know.
I asked Maddie, but I don't know where my phone is.
Okay. You gave it to me.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Short-term memory.
Anyhow, so you can do that with your idle hands.
It's a garnet.
Oh, it's garnet?
No, the pink one's garnet.
The one that you have in your
I'm playing
hand
with
now
is garnet. A raw garnet. It's got this sheen of dark red, and you polish it, and the sheen comes out even more. And I don't know, I like it.
This is a garnet stone. It's very tiny, but I love that ring.
So this is what a garnet looks like when it's polished.
It's one of my favorite rings. I've had it for years.
But the garnet is a very powerful stone.
It's also a January birthstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's a protective stone.
And it's a grounding stone.
And anyhow, it's one of the stones that Elizabeth recommends.
Yeah. Lori Dotson says, I feel the same thing that you're saying. Thank you for your confirmation. May you and your family be divinely blessed and divinely protected, just as I and my family is. Lily Guild says, thanks. I get what you're telling me. Peace. Positive for Life said, I've seen the movie. LOL, it's good.
So at least one, but somebody knows what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about too. If you watched the movie.
Yeah.
We went to see it when it came out in theaters years ago.
Okay, I might know.
I think before autumn.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. I forget when it came out. Anyhow, AP asks, hi, may I please ask what my Nino's intention is with me? It's Menio?
Doesn't matter as long as I've got the energy.
Okay.
I'd be a little careful, actually. I'm not sure that person has made up his mind yet, but there's a little bit of a darkness about his energy, a little bit of a grr kind of energy. So I would be very, very careful about what I wouldn't move forward fast. I would get to know this person extremely in the extreme before I made any kind of commitment, and that includes physical as well. All right. Okay.
B. Erla says, hi, Elisha and L.
Hi, B.
Patricia Scowen asks, hi, Elisha, are there any messages from my father in spirit?
He's delighted that you're calling on him, and it makes it's making him very. He's sort of happy because you're doing that. That you asked how he's doing, and. And and of course he's always with you and things like that. He says when you go for a walk, watch the ground. You're going to find something. You're going to find something that's going to give you. Well, the words he used is pause. You're going to pause and look at it, and it may not be something you want to pick up and take with you. It may be something like a fungus or something like that, something really interesting. But I think what it will do more than anything is recreate a memory. And the memory will come back as more positive than the original one, because the new memory that you're making will overlay the old memory, and the walk will be very pleasant. And when you see it, you'll look at it and think, that's my dad, that's my papa. Okay, that he did that. And the answer is, yeah, he did. Okay.
Incognito says, thank you very much. Dear Erla asks if there are any messages for me from my guides regarding my current love life / relationship. Thank you so much.
Okay. I don't think there's anything. What's the word? There's nothing. There's nothing dangerous about this guy. They're not. They're just so going, oh yeah, he's okay. I don't think. I don't think it's. I don't think they think. Enjoy him, but the likelihood is that unless things shift and change, you will find somebody else who is eventually much more exciting for you than this guy. And he might be fun and exciting at the moment, but I don't think they're just not excited. They just say, oh yeah, he's okay. But they're just going, there's not much to say, is basically is what I'm getting. Okay.
Larry Dodson says, I know what you mean. Yes, it's beautiful as always. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Danielle Penna asks, does Anthony have intentions to come towards me?
I got a simple yes. So pay attention. He may, because I suspect the guy is not. He doesn't appear to be, what do you call it? He doesn't appear to be. It's not like he's shy, but he's not. He's not sure. He's also needs to know that he's appreciated before. So when he starts coming forward, pay attention, and pay attention, and what else? You just say pay attention when he starts to move forward, because you're going to want to be attentive so that he is aware, so that when he comes forward, you are aware he's come forward, and he feels. You can miss it. I guess that's what it amounts to. Is you can miss it if you're not paying attention.
Next.
Yeah.
Jane says, I have been, and I am trying very hard on everything. I really don't know why I'm questioning myself so much lately. Thank you, and much opono opono.
Opono opono, yes.
Lori Dotson says, my stone, I'm looking for a square ring.
Square ring. Mm-hmm.
Mellow Yellow says, I love garnets. Thanks for the messages.
I wish it was nicer.
Yasmin Fox asks, hey, what should I work on? Healing myself.
The smallest. I always recommend you go to the smallest thing that needs to be fixed first. And once you get that out of the way, and it might simply be that when you go to the door, you have to turn the doorknob twice to get out because it's become a habit. Work on the smallest thing first, the thing that is the least important to you first. And once you've done that, then you can move forward and work on the next smallest thing. And don't make it too serious. I think you have a tendency to take yourself too seriously and stress a little bit. And what I'm recommending or what I'm seeing is you don't want to stress. You want to enjoy life as much as you possibly can. And sometimes, it's a pain in the butt to be happy. And it's more intense and interesting to be focused on that next step. But at this point, well, maybe that's what it is focus on allowing yourself to be in joy and happiness. And I think you'll find that it makes a huge difference. And how things fall into place for you over time. Because, well, honestly, being in joy is a lot easier than being I don't know what the word is. Being intense. I think you allow yourself to be intense a little too much. And sometimes just making a joke and walking away is faster, easier, and smoother.
So in short, don't take yourself too seriously.
Basically.
AP says, thank you for your insight. As Starzista asks, hello everyone, anything from my spiritual guides that they want me to know? And thank you very much.
Okay. I think you have a tendency spiritually to, what's the word? You start on one thing, jump to another thing, go over here, and then go over here, and go back again, and then jump over there. Find something and stay with it long enough to finish it. I think that's what they're saying, because basically what I got was, don't forget to pick up after yourself. And I think that's what they're trying to say is finish what you start. I could be 100% wrong, because all I got literally was pick up after yourself. And I suspect that has to do more with spirituality than anything. Okay.
Patricia Scowen says, thank you. I do walk and always see signs. Eliz-sha, you came to me strongly once out walking and you said, lift your energy. And I said, oh, hello, Eliz-sha.
Oh, cool.
The Erla says, ha 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 ha. Thank you for that message, Eliz-sha, and thank you to Elle. You're welcome. Danielle Penna says, thank you, Eliz-sha and Elle. Lori Dotson, heard It says, I heard from my grandmother that a square stone in a ring is more powerful. Is that true?
You're not asking the right person. I don't know.
We just like pretty shiny things.
I just like, as I say, pretty shiny. If it works for me, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's probably old magic, and I don't. That's something you'd have to talk to Elizabeth about. I don't work in old magics. I'm too lazy. I'm not going to do anything that takes ritual and things like that. I'm just going to go, oh, okay, let's see what I can do, and go in and do something. Like I say, I'm just I work in the energies, but I don't work in the I don't, and simply because it's too much work for me. I like something I can do fast, quick, and get out. I was in the energies a couple weeks ago, and I met this goddess, and the goddess, she knew me. She knew me from before, and she says to me, "You're flashy," and she says, "You've always been flashy." So, yeah, I'm a bit flashy when it comes to energy, but that's all I can really tell you. I thought that was hilarious, actually, that she told me I was flashy, because at the time I was being a bit flashy, and I realized that's how I always am in the energy. Mm-hmm. I'm not particularly flashy in reality, in physical. I'm actually kind of boring.
Astarzi says, thank you, Eliz-sha, much love. Yasmin Fox says, thank you. And Lori Dotson ends us off with, I'm the same way. I was just wondering. It was just something I was wondering about. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Elizabeth is the one to ask for that. She knows the old knowledge. She knows the old ways, and she's trained shaman, and powerful lady. She's at that end of the spectrum. I'm at this end of the spectrum, so we get along really well. But yeah, Elizabeth, message her. She's on Visions and Dreams, and it's a really, really nice little group. So message her, find out what she has to say. She's a nice lady. She'll tell you she's not, but that's not true. She's super nice. She says she likes to grump and things like that, but that's just a show. So it's been my pleasure. This has been a really enjoyable evening. We will try and come back Sunday morning, which I'm not going to count on, because if I get to sleep in, I'm going to sleep in. So with that, I'm going to say namaste, namasko.
Bye, everybody.
And take care. Have a good night, and see you later. What was